Wah. Wah. Hello, everyone. Hello, I was listening to some Bruno Mars before unmuting during the ad break, so I'm in the mood. Listening to Apata Apata. Hello, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, hello. We're back to our gaming schedule. And I might have salmoned too close to the sun. But I'll explain myself. Let me just lower the music, or else I'm gonna get all caught up in the music. I'm gonna get all caught up in the apata apata. But hello everyone, hello, how you guys doing? Let's see who we got here today on this fine Saturday morning. We got Saribot, our rock, and Folky got Chistica. Hello, hello, Harpsichord Enjoyer, hello. Oh, and you doing the lurkies? No worries, no worries. Just don't forget your sticker. Don't forget the sticker. But hello everyone. Last we left off, I was talking about my gallbladder surgery last night and how like I seem to be recovering and I'm excited every day to like eat more and more food that I used to be able to eat. And last night I was a bit daring. I was a bit daring. You know what? Let's go to class for this. Let's go to class. That way you guys can also hear the apata apata. Go crazy. Meet me at the classroom. Hello everyone, hello. It's me, Babinka Bear, your local Sun Bear art history teacher and educational streamer. And today we're playing the last DLC for Case of the Golden Idol. I've been loving this game. We've been playing it for what, like the past like month and a half or something? I've been loving it. Just the whole idea of just like, here's a GIF! Figure out the mystery. Who killed who? But yeah, we're gonna finish up. It's the last case, the Lemuri, or not case, but the last DLC. Excuse me. So I think it's 3 scenarios, kind of like Spider Blanca was. So it should take us around 3 to 4 hours to finish. But yeah, oh my god, this whole album. Like, I feel like every Bruno Mars song, I'm like, oh my god, this song. Oh my god, this album. Oh my god, this song. But anyway, as I was saying before we got into the class, I might have salmoned too close to the sun this morning. Last night, I tried out salmon and rice, which is a staple, which is like one of my favorite meals. It's a simple meal, but it is a meal. An entire case for Golden Idol. Yeah, everyone gets an idol. You get an idol. You get an idol. You get an idol. Mr. Pancakes gets an idol. Everybody gets an idol. And who knows what curses and terrible things are abound. So I had salmon and rice last night, but I arranged the ratios so that it was like, let's say 80% rice, 20% salmon. You know, I had like the tiniest smidge of salmon, but most of it was just rice. And I didn't do my, okay, let me paint the picture here. My usual meal when it comes to rice and anything is like 50% rice, 50% the protein, the viand as they say, or the ulam in Tagalog. Viand is actually an English word, but English speakers don't often use it. It's more so like Filipinos trying to explain what ulam is. Ulam is like what you have with your rice, your protein, you know, whether it's like steak and rice, longanisa and rice, sausage and rice, Vienna sausage with rice, spam and rice, you know, tocino with rice. So whatever you have with your rice. Oh, drop frames again. I gotta ask Beans about this when he gets back from his haircut. Because last night I had a couple drop frames, but it wasn't consistent. It was like a momentary like drop in frames, and then it would go back up. But anyway. So usually it's 50-50. 50 rice, 50 protein, you know. But I wanted to be very careful, you know, because I'm still transitioning into eating things that are either fatty or have oil. And salmon fillets, my favorite. It's pretty oily though. It's pretty oily. So I thought my mother-in-law was steaming or grilling it. Turned out it was just like her usual method of cooking it, which I think is frying. I'm actually not sure. So I was very risky with it. I was like, all right, this small bowl is gonna be 80% rice, and then the other 20% is gonna be salmon, the slightest smidge of salmon. And then I ate it and I had no problems last night. In fact, I kind of liked how the slight oil tasted on the rice, because usually I put a crap ton of vinegar on my rice. I love rice and vinegar. That's one of my favorite combos, you know? So I usually put a bunch of vinegar, but I wasn't sure if that was gonna make my tummy react. So instead I just went with plain rice. Plain 80% of the bowl is rice, 20% salmon. Ate that totally fine. And you know, that there upon me was the sin of pride. I don't know if it's pride, but I got too overconfident. I was like, okay, I can have salmon and rice now. Sick. So there was still some leftover rice this morning for brekkie, and I put it in a Tupperware. I had a good amount, so I decided to do the same thing, but this time it was like 60% rice and like 40% salmon, but it was still like a pretty big like piece of salmon. So I ate that this morning about an hour and a half ago or something like that, and it was not the same. Like, it was... My tummy was a rumbly. I was in pain. Well, not pain. Not pain. It's just more of like, it feels more like a cramp, like a stomach cramp, and it's like, uh-oh. So yeah, I need to watch myself yet again. I flew too close to the sun. I salmoned too close to the gallbladder, or lack thereof. So I'm gonna chill in terms of food. I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water too. I have a cute little bear bottle with me. Actually, I think I still have the webcam set up. Maybe I could show you guys. No, actually, there's a reflection, so no, just kidding. But I have a very cute little, like, bear water bottle. And take a sip. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Still kind of recovering from that. And I learned my lesson. Hopefully, maybe. We're gonna see if I learned my lesson. So I'll probably go back to just eating like whitefish or something, or maybe a fruit. Maybe we'll treat ourselves with a little tasty tangerine or something. But that said, not much updates since last night. My voice has recovered since then. I guess I just wasn't used to all the yaps that I usually do. It's been a week, right? So, with that though, I think I pretty much caught you guys up on everything that has been my latest hyperfixation. Oh, I did finish Portrait of Dorian Gray. I finished reading it today. And this isn't the first time I'm reading it. I read it all the way back in high school? I actually don't remember when I first read. It's like whenever teachers usually assign Portrait of Dorian Gray. I feel like it was high school. Because I remember not being interested at first because I was like, ooh. Beans is... Nah, I shouldn't risk it. Especially after what I just told you guys. Beans is asking if I want coffee. Well, not coffee. It's like a coffee place that also has tea. So I usually get the tea from there, but, you know, considering what I just told you guys of, like, I shouldn't be too overconfident with what I can eat and drink, maybe it's a no for me. What was I talking about? Oh, Dorian Gray. I remember reading it in, like, high school, and I remember not being super interested in it because of the title. I did, in fact, judge a book by its cover. Saki Jockey, hello. Coffee. I used to think I was a coffee lover. Turns out I'm just a fan of the flavor of coffee. Like coffee-flavored ice cream. Ooh, so good. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to respond to this text message. Give me a second. Un segundo. For me, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I used to think that I was a fan of coffee. Turns out I just like more so creamer with... That's still a fan of coffee though. That's true. Also, thank you for the 3-stream streak going. Yeah, like... Okay, I'll tell you this much, and then we'll go back to talking about Dorian Gray, and then we'll get started. So I did grow up kind of drinking coffee. I wasn't in one of those households where it was like, you're a kid, you're not supposed to be drinking coffee. My parents... No, actually, it was more so my mom. My mom drank coffee, but I don't know if this is just my mom or if it's like a Filipino thing. I feel like Mayshark, when I met up with her in the Philippines, said that I think it's more of a Filipino thing, but it is the norm to drink your coffee with a crap ton of just creamer, sugar, and milk. Like, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone that's just, like, drinking coffee, like, you know, plain, or what is it, black, you know? Like, people usually have, like, a lot of, like, sugary goodness in it, kind of like a frap, you know? So that's kind of how my mom would make coffee for me. She'd make me coffee with like lots of milk and sugar or creamer. It was one or the other. It wasn't milk, sugar, and creamer. It was either creamer or it was milk and sugar. So, you know, my coffee was never black. It was always like this light brown color. So I grew up drinking that, and then when I went to college, we actually had coffee vending machine. Okay, that isn't such a like, I don't know. It amazed me when I first went to college because it was community college, and I was like, "Whoa, you telling me I could just get coffee from a vending machine?" And I'm not talking about like canned coffee. It's like it would dispense the cup, and then like it would dispense the coffee into the cup, you know. But the coffee by default was very sweet. Like, I don't know if like I was it by default? I think that there were different buttons. I think there were different buttons, but like the one I always chose was always sweet by default. It wasn't black. There probably was a button for just black, but that's more valid than being a fan just because of caffeine. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. And the weird thing is, this is another like kind of conundrum where I don't know if it's just my body changed as I grew into adulthood or not, but like when I used to drink coffee as a kid and as a when I was like in college, it didn't have that much of an effect on me. It did, you know, I liked it for the flavor, for the sweet flavor, but I didn't, you know, it's not like I couldn't function without coffee. I just like the sweetness. It's like eating candy, you know? But then as I grew older, the more I had like stronger coffee, or I guess like it was more so when these cafes popped up that had more, I guess like how do I say this? The beans were a little bit more effective. Like maybe it just had like more caffeine in it. That's when I started noticing that caffeine actually makes me sleepy. Like Beans would get me like coffee from one of his favorite like cafes, and I would get like really sleepy. And I know that that's a symptom of ADHD, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know if that really is like a giveaway or not, but it just made me sleepy. But I never had that effect as a kid or as like a young adult. It was only in like my late 20s to early 30s where I was like, I'm sleepy. Maybe it's because I always had like either crappy like instant coffee with lots of milk and sugar. Maybe it's like diluted or something. I don't know. But I just don't remember having that effect as a kid. Or I keep saying as a kid. It was more so like as a teenager because I would drink more coffee as a teenager. I remember before I went to school, there was like a 7-Eleven a couple blocks away from my high school. So whenever I got off the bus, I would get like coffee there, and then I would go to class, or I would head to school, you know. And then like I said, community college, we had like the vending machine. And it was pretty sugary. So maybe I just had bad beans throughout my life, and it's only lately that I had like actual legitimate, you know, caffeine. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm figuring things about myself in real time alongside you guys. Let's see. Whenever I make coffee, it's always 3/4 coffee and 1/4 creamer. Yes, Fagubi, you get it. Same. Same. Stimulants slow you down if you're ADHD. Dang, maybe I'm ADHD. Maybe that's why I can never, like, my Zatsus are always like, and you know what else I've been thinking about lately? Digimon. You know what else? Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I've also been reading Dorian Gray. And also I'm very into dinosaurs. But that doesn't feel ADHD. That just feels like being in your 30s and, like, you know, finding your hobbies again and wanting to yap about it. It is. Whenever I take coffee in the morning, it wakes me up, but I take it at night. It's a 50-50 if I sleep or stay awake for an extra hour. Yeah, caffeine makes me sleepy often. But maybe it is like if you get legit coffee beans from a legit coffee house, you know, versus like if you're at home making instant coffee. Because I feel like maybe instant coffee is like what just, you know, is like a sweet sugary treat for me. And then coffee at the coffee house, at the cafe, you know, the hipster cafe from like the gentrified neighborhood. That's what's gonna put you to sleep. So that's my relationship with coffee. And I just haven't been drinking coffee because of like I'm just scared of that caffeine effect of like, oh, I don't want to knock out. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in for work, you know? Even like fraps, I don't even like really drink fraps anymore. It's too sugary nowadays. I never thought I'd see the day where I would say anything is too sugary, but lo and behold, we're here in my mid-30s thinking that things are too sweet. Anyway, so Dorian Gray, I read it in high school. I wasn't that interested because of the title. It was like a picture of Dorian Gray. Why not just show me the dang picture? You know? And then it took me a while to realize that, like, oh, this is a horror novel. This is a horror story. Like, and it's a pretty interesting one too, because I read it in high school, and then I got the book probably like half a year or a year ago, because I wanted to try to get back into reading, and I was kind of unsuccessful last year, and more successful this year. But when I initially read it, I this is gonna sound so dumb. It's gonna sound like that one TikTok influencer who's like, why is there so many words on the page? Have you guys seen that clip? It's like a TikTok book talk like influencer that's talking about like, I don't like how many words are on the page, and it's like, then why are you in book talk? Like, why are you like, why did you choose this as your niche, you know? But I swear to God, the way that Oscar Wilde writes is kind of like that, though. If you like read something by, well, Oscar Wilde only has the one novel, right? But like, there's one chapter in Dorian Gray where it's like, I swear to God, like 15 to 20 pages of just like Dorian Gray's like hyperfixations. And it's like, it's not enough to just be like, oh, and then here he was really interested in jewelry, and then here he was really interested in I don't know, oh, like what's it, like the clothing of popes. I forgot the word for it, like liturgical like clothing or something like that. It wasn't enough to do that. There's like pages and pages and paragraphs, often with no paragraph break, mind you, of just like, yeah, he went to this place and he found out about this kind of jewelry, and then he really was into instruments, including the mandolin, but also the guitar, but also the banjo, but also this. And it's like just pages of like, it's like, at this point, someone make Dorian Gray a streamer. I just want to hear him yap instead of reading like 15 pages of this. So like, I think it did kind of like bug me at first that like the paragraphs are never straightforward. It's just like very meandering in a way, versus say like Jurassic Park, where it's very straightforward. Like there's still like intrigue and mystery and like characters and stuff like that, and like foreshadowing and all of that. But it's relatively straightforward, you know. It's like, oh, the velociraptors are out, and it's your job to like go and turn on the electricity, blah blah blah. If it was Oscar Wilde, right, like writing Jurassic Park, he'd spend like 20 pages just talking about like what the velociraptors look like, but also their politics. But it was a cool contrast to read Jurassic Park and then Dorian Gray. I think it is a cool contrast to just be like, wow, so many different writing styles, so many different pathways, you know? And I ended up liking both. There was a point where I was reading Dorian Gray and I was like, I don't know if I like this book, but I think I was just realizing how much I dislike a character. And I feel like that's also just like a good mark of, you know, how engaging a book is, if you're like, oh yeah, this character's believable enough for me to dislike them. This character, I don't like him, and like it seems like someone that I would meet in real life and be like, oh brother. Like, oh brother, this guy stinks. So I ended up liking both, and even though I knew what was coming with Dorian Gray, it was still like a good read. So I wouldn't say 10 out of 10, but like, you know, let's say a good 8.5 out of 10 would recommend. So next, I have a couple of choices on what books to read. Beans and I, because our trip to the library yesterday was kind of disappointing, they didn't have any of the books I wanted to check out. We decided maybe we will just go to the bookstore. Maybe we will just like, you know, buy a hee hee ha ha little book. But at least Jurassic Park, or rather Lost World, because I've been wanting to continue that. Maybe Apothecary Diaries if they have the first volume. But Beans' brother also let me borrow a book called Babel by R.F. Kuang, and he says that it's very Binka coded. So I actually have it like right next to me, so maybe I'll even check that out just so that I don't, you know, spend too much money. But also just because I've been liking this idea of reading different books at different, like, radically different books, you know? Understandable, I tried to eat s'mores like a few 2 months ago, and that thing was too sweet, and I only used one small square of Hershey. Yeah, there's so many things that I liked before as a sweet treat that nowadays I'm like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. My favorite sweet growing up was those sour ropes, or like the sour like strips. You know, that was my favorite. But nowadays, I still like it. I like how tart and sour it is, but it gets stuck in my teeth too easily. And like, yeah, I have plenty of floss, but it's just such a like it's just such a chore. Like, I feel like if I'm like outside and hanging out, I have to like dig with my tongue, you know, to like get all the sticky stuff out. And then like once I'm home, like immediately like break out the floss, you know. But but man, it tastes so good though. It tastes so good. Anyway. So yeah, that's my reading journey so far. I do intend to continue it. We'll see if I end up continuing and reading Babel by R.F. Kuang, or if I go to the bookstore and get Lost World. We'll see. We'll see. But with that out of the way, I think it's time for some mystery solving. I think it's time to find out what this demure umpire is all about, right? So I still haven't figured out what's going on with my OBS in terms of sound, because for some reason it doesn't seem to be picking up like it picks up the game sound in my Spotify, but it's very low. Like, let me pause the Spotify music, and then let me put up the gain on the game audio. Can you hear the music from Case of the Golden Idol at all? I can hear it just fine, but I'm looking at my OBS and the bars are very low. So I'm like, maybe I should just keep music on. We could keep the Bruno Mars as we're figuring out these mysteries, right? But if you guys really want to hear the music, you let me know. Otherwise, let's play the Bruno Mars. Actually, I want to play... You know what's good background music is, it's his Not solo album. It's his Silk Sonic album. There we go. We'll do that. Okay, now that's too high. We'll move it down there. There we go. Alright, let's play some Golden Idol, shall we? Oh wait, no! Just kidding. You know what we haven't done yet? Our dailies. We can't do Food Guesser because I forget that it doesn't reset till like 4 p.m. PST. But we can still do Time Guesser. Let's do it. Ooh, oh, we got a year. European Judo Championships, Kazan. European Judo Union. Nikon. So we got 2016. Now the question is, where was the European Judo Championships held? Is it this city, Kazan? I unfortunately don't know where that is. Because it doesn't sound like a capital that I'm familiar with, unless it's like Eastern Europe. Unfortunately, I don't even know like what region. If we look at here, the architecture looks like this spire over here reminds me of like Russia, right? But the rest looks very like almost French, like West Europe. Kazan. What does that even sound like? Kazan? It reminds me of like Kazan, like a former Soviet Union country, right? Because I know Kazakhstan would be one of them. Oh wait, look, Kazan. Is it here? Dang, that's like way east. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here. Okay. Okay, I think we lucked out then. So Kazan 2016, make a guess. Got it spot on. There we go. Nice. Cool. We had a good amount of clues, because I was tempted to just look up where it was, because we do get one Google search per thing, right? But I want to see how much we could figure out without that info. Okay, so where is this? Style reminds me of like the 70s, but architecture looks East Asian. Does this say Oriental Lodge? Orientalism. I want to say 70s Star Pie Shop, Hungry Eye Restaurant. The text is all in English. If it was like an Asian country like China, Japan, I feel like we would see more of like hiragana, katakana, we would see like Chinese writing, right? So maybe this is a Chinatown? The thing is, like, there's Chinatowns all over the place, right? But we are seeing also a bunch of different ethnicities. Like, we're seeing people that look like they could be European, Middle Eastern, or Hispanic. I think there's a black guy in the back over here. These gals look like they could be Hispanic. There's a doggy. Maybe a Chinatown in like California? Because there is Chinatown here, but I actually forget like where in the city it is. I know that K-Town is like somewhere here. Oh, actually, where is Chinatown? I think it's near Little Tokyo, which is, uh-oh. It's like central? Oh no, I'm supposed to be better at Los Bincos geography. Why am I forgetting where it was? East Los. Oh, here's K-Town. I've been to Little Tokyo many times. Why am I forgetting like where it is? It's like near City Hall. Pico Union? Downtown? I'm not gonna. Oh, here, Chinatown? Maybe we'll say LA Chinatown in the 70s? Oh, way off. Super way off. Street scene in Kathmandu, Nepal. Ah, I see. Looking towards the iconic tiered pagoda of the Natal Durbar Palace. Ooh, we were way off. Yeah, I should have figured that, like, because I was confused with, like, all of the, like, English script and the fact that, like, it just seems so, like, there's a bunch of different, like, ethnicities here. But that is fair that, like, if there's a big piece of architecture here, it'd be different if it was, like, a Chinatown. It would just be, like, maybe a small building, right? But yeah, all right, good to know. This looks like it could be like 50s, 60s. Oh, smoggy skyline, but the skyline looks kind of like, well, I don't really know what the skyline of New York looks like, but it looks like it would be, right? It looks vaguely New York. It looks vaguely East Coast. Let's go. Where in New York? I'll just put it right over here, and then let's say 62. 14 years off. Diners photographed in the restaurant atop the North Tower. Oh, in the World Trade Center in Manhattan. I see. Oh, I see. Oh, cool. But it was late 70s. Okay. Late 70s. I need to get better at, like, recognizing not just architecture, but the clothing. DNORG, hello. We're doing our dailies. We're figuring out our time guessers. And then we're going to play some Golden Idol. Let's see. Where could this be? So we're definitely on a river. We're seeing a lot of folks. Oh, wait. Naval Crown Bar. How go with the recovery, my friend? It's been going good. I have just been experimenting with what I can and can't eat without my gallbladder. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where I could just eat whatever I want. But that's going to be like... Soonest is like 2 weeks from now. But realistically, it could be anywhere from like a month to like 2 months from now. But right now, I at the very least, I'm eating solid food like a big bear. I ate some salmon this morning and it didn't go that well, so I think I need to hold off on the oily salmon, which is a shame because it's my favorite. Anyway, let's see where this could be. Once again, we have like English text, Naval Crown Bar, Jubilee, Agency. Could this be on, in London, mayhaps? It takes time. Just rest well and take care of yourself. Yeah. I've been chilling for the past week. I have been missing you guys for the past week, but I do think I needed that week of just recovering, of just, you know, bed rotting, as the kids say nowadays, right? Though I can't say I was rotting, because I was like reading things. I was watching documentaries. I forgot to mention that I watched Prehistoric Planet. Not all of the episodes, but it's like the Apple TV documentary about like dinosaurs, and then the latest season is about like the Ice Age. So I got up to like the second episode of like the latest season. But it's just cool. It's like it's the first two seasons are narrated by David Attenborough, so it has the usual like, and watch as the Tyrannosaurus Rex swims to find new life. And then this latest season is narrated by Tom Hiddleston. But it doesn't, well, of course, like, he's a good actor, so he can change like how he gives deliveries and stuff like that, but it doesn't sound quite like Loki. It's very it's very David Attenborough, I guess I'll say that. Okay, I see Jubilee. I feel like, is that talking about like the Queen's Jubilee? So maybe London during, the thing is, I don't know when the Queen's Jubilee was, so we're just gonna take a guess. Or we could look it up too. I get one Google search, right? But of course, I'm gonna hide it just in case, because you never know when Google is just gonna randomly want to dox you. It's like, oh, Queen's Jubilee, are you talking about the restaurant that's 0.5 miles away from you? Or like, you know, something like that. Okay, the Queen's Jubilee is is for a significant milestone. I'm thinking for for Queen Elizabeth II. It says here that her silver was 1977, golden was 2002, and 60 was 2012. Let's say 1977. No, actually, would this? No, if we look at their clothing, it's a little earlier than that. So maybe it's not the Queen's Jubilee. See, King's Jubilee? List of jubilees of British monarchs. Maybe 1935? It was the Silver Jubilee of George V. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's say 1935. The clothing, I can't quite like... It seems like it might be the 30s. So let's say 1935. And then, right here on the river. Make a guess. 14 years off. Oh, wait, what? Crowds gathered along the quay side. Quay? In Malta as Prince Edward of Wales visits the British naval base. Ah, I see. So we're at least in the right continent, but we were not in the right decade at all. So the 20s. Ooh, these are very cool uniforms. This reminds me of, like, have you guys seen those videos of, like, the changing of the guard? Of, I think, is it, like, India and Pakistan? The uniforms kind of remind me of that. Let's see if we can get some information here. CISF. Oh, the script looks South Asian. Maybe it is that. Maybe it is, like, the changing of the guard. Or, like, the soldiers that guard the like, border. I just don't know where's, like, which part of the border. There's just a lot of border. See, there's desert here. Maybe here? And this looks fairly modern. Let's say 2024. 2 years off. Okay, we weren't too far off. An officer briefing a troop of CISF personnel. Early morning smog during a Republic Day parade rehearsal in New Delhi. Ah, okay, I see. Cool. Final score? What do we got? 33,000. Okay. Let's post our results on the Discord. And then we'll get to some mystery solving. And then we'll do Food Guesser later. If I'm still streaming by that point. Alright, are you guys ready to solve some mysteries? With the Lemurian vampire. Let's see what that's all about. Let me make sure that I can see chat as well. Alright, let's get started. Okay, we have a cutscene here. It is too dangerous to approach the island in the storm, most radiant Raja. Oh, I kind of remember them from... Yeah, this is from Spider Blanca. Time guesser using photos from a week or two ago is crazy. Yeah, right? I hear and I obey. Yeah, these two were, oh my god, I already forgot their name. But they're from the previous DLC. We can close this and even look. Oh no, you know what? We will know better from the other scene. From this one, right? Who's who? So Abhaya Gamini, this is the current king, right? The Raja. We have the Kera, Zubiri Kera, right? Oh no, it's Tisa, right? We're just trying to remember like who these folks are. Yeah, it's this one. He's the one who like him and his sister were both gonna be the heirs of like the Rajahood, I guess, but she did not survive. So it's the heir. It's the Raja and his heir. The enigmatic expiration in a harmonious island commune. Okay, let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Okay, so what do we see here? Actually, let's turn off the hints and stuff. It looks like there's an indigenous community over here that has you know, they're interacting with this group who I'm presuming are, it looks like there's a shipwreck back here, right? There's a shipwreck back here, and then I am assuming that these guys are from that shipwreck. This guy's trying to like feed this other guy with a coconut, maybe like the coconut water, right? Looks like they're starving because you can see like the cheeks on this guy. And maybe this is like the people who live here and they're like, you guys can't be here. So interesting. It looks like it's just this one scene. It looks like I can't go into any other scenes, but let's see what's going on with the ship first. There's a shipwreck. Is there anything we can click on? No? Okay. What's going on here? My prince, you are alive! It is thanks to karma that we have evaded death and been brought to the same beach. The same beach, you say. Okay, so there's a fellow here with the curly hair. Jayan, I entrust you with guarding and ensuring the safety of the Lemurian priest's son, Zubiri Kera. We remember Zubiri. He was from the last one. The old priest shared with me secrets of the Fountain of Youth, but I suspect that he may have disclosed more valuable information to his son from the Raja. Jayan. So this guy's Jayan. Did we encounter a Jayan before? Let's see. It sounds familiar. It's been like 2 weeks since I've last played this, so you'll have to forgive me. Yeah, Jayan G. Jayan G is the Blade Master. Okay. There's Zubiri, who is like the... Well, there's Yupik, who is the Lemurian priest. Zubiri is his son. Abhaya is the Raja. Tisa Gamini is his son, and the next heir. Albert Cloudsley is like the what is it? Albioninen? He's from Albion. And then Putra is the spy master. So let's go back. And I'll keep on going back and forth, but I just want to remember who these folks are. My father is dead, Jayan. I am the last of the Gamini family. Now you serve only me as Royal Blade Master. You must address me as Raja. Dang, and he's saying that as he's like dying right now. Please do not harm us. We barely survived the storm. We are unarmed and come in peace. I think this one is Zubiri, right? January 10th, 1741. It is day 55 of my imprisonment. We have been at sea for 2 weeks and apparently Monkey Paw Island. Monkey Paw Island! What a joyful name for an island. Today, the Blade Master G played some pajak with me and shared his stories of conquest. There is something noble about this man. It is day 56 of my imprisonment. We were on course to arrive at the island tomorrow. However, a storm is brewing, so I expect we will be delayed a day or two. Tisa continues to promise me riches in exchange for secrets pertaining to the Fountain of Youth. Okay. So then who are these folks? Whoa, this guy be schmoovin'. Look at him. He's just schmoovin'. Who are you? Why have you come to our peaceful island? A big wooden staff? Have you forgotten about the importance of sharing? These poor souls have barely survived their ordeal in the storm. We should welcome them to our village, feed them, and tend to their wounds. Oh, and these two don't say anything. Oh, we can go up here. Oh, okay. There's a lot more, actually. I thought it was just this one scene. Have we missed any hints so far? Oh, we have. Oh, death. Okay, and then here, Jayon. Okay, I think we found everything we can here. But wait, there's more. Wait, what is this? There's okay, red circle, and then was like a keyhole, and then a triangle. We've seen this too here. We've seen like, so what is this? A dot, a line, and a triangle. Okay, dot, line, triangle. Oh, there's like, it's the passage of time, I see. Okay. Okay. I could see why this is going to take a little bit longer, because we actually do have a lot more scenes. Interesting. Okay. Sometimes I think Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. They really shouldn't drag you into every small decision. They should be trying to reduce your stress. Thank you for your kind words, but it was a short vote. Sometimes they do bicker, but only because they have the best interest of our commune at heart. Okay, so this is a little community. This might be the, like, maybe Lemurians? This is a community. The houses on stilts kind of remind me of what's called Bahay Kubos in the Philippines. But I'm sure other cultures have them too, especially if they're, like, close to water. There's some kids playing things. A clue has been added to the thinking panel. We should stop playing. I have to practice our history tiles or Auntie Lavu won't be happy with me. I wish I knew how to read so I could order them by their names. Oh, there's some pictures here. Ancestors, Brute, Discovers, Protection, Dweller, Emerges. History tiles, interesting. You don't need to know how to read, silly. Just look at the pictures. They all make sense. Auntie isn't as scary compared to Stirna. Stirna told my mom off yesterday and my mom cried. Community. Sentinel. From. Tower. Lemurian. Banishes. Interesting. Okay. I wish we had a better look at these cards, but maybe we could use these kids, like, thingies. You mean those shiny... Oh, wait. I feel like there's, like, an order to how we're supposed to read this, huh? Maybe here? Be respectful, Tisa, and this time you will learn our ways. Can you stop pushing this empty card around and do some real work? Zarna will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties, and you will not get supper. There's Tisa again. Even the senior villagers have to work for their food despite their age, but I haven't seen that old man do anything useful around here. Is he sick? I did as Virlis asked and brought the repair materials to Vito's dwelling. But tell me, are those really rubies and sapphires and gold coins that the children are playing with? You mean those shiny bits and pieces? They are scattered around everywhere. Mata taught us that the children can play with these trinkets as long as they're big enough, so children cannot choke on them. Okay. Alright, so it looks like in this community, everyone kind of like does their part. They do their share. Right? And it looks like there was a vote earlier, so there's like stuff happening. And there's more over here. Oh, give me a second, I'm gonna mute. Alright, Beans is back from his haircut and he looks very handsome. Alright, so what's going on here? Is this Zubiri? What is that scrawled on the wall? Yesterday that wall was clear. Day 13 on the island. Oh, okay. So we're getting good dates here because Zubiri is very vigilant about keeping a diary. It's day 13 on the island. Kruplu was very excited to tell me everything about the purple peas. It is fascinating that with very little tending they provide so much nutrition to everyone in the valley commune. I enjoyed chatting with them because people are somewhat secretive here. It's day 14 on the island. It amazes me how harmonious and calm life is in the village. Every adult has to work no matter their lifespan, but it is not arduous. Perhaps this is how life should always be. Maybe! Who are these people? They're Lemurians, but I have not heard their dialect anywhere. Locals are enigmatic about their history, but I overheard a child chanting, "The Exodus came first, then finding the accursed. Last tragedy dispersed." Ooh, okay. Wonder what these are. They look, they remind me of like this Filipino rice cake called sapin sapin. And then what's this? Tomorrow your incantation expires, Vito. Whoa. And it just keeps on like reforming and stuff. Okay. There are in fact purple peas. They're huge. Maybe this is what they're using to make these like sapin sapin like, you know, cakes. Once you have lived here long enough, you'll understand. Sorry, I have to run. Kula gave me a lot of tasks today. I better not cross her. Okay. There seems to be a huge amount of people and characters to keep track of. Let's go in here. Okay, so maybe this is like... Are these the leaders of the commune? I agree with Lavu and vote against as well. We have enough disruption from the people who washed up ashore. We do not need more change. I have enough on my plate with all three newcomers being my responsibility. I'm glad that Sutul agrees with me. No good ever comes from pointless tinkering. We should focus on the stability of our commune and leave things that work well alone. Stop complaining, Veerless. I have more people to take care of more than you, and I manage it just fine. Alright, if this is the result of the vote, I will stop my experiments with the yams. The yams! But I still believe I could get something tasty and new in a couple of generations, which should increase the variety of our food. Now, can we talk about the issue of the lazy newcomer? Valley commune laws. Big decisions are voted on by the whole commune. Smaller decisions are decided by or voted on by the council members. If the council vote is tied, whoever is available from the commune joins the vote. Guardian of males represents and cares for the males of the commune. Guardian of females represents and cares for the females. Guardian of agriculture is responsible for the farm work and food allocation. And Guardian of children is responsible for the health and education of all young. Interesting. So I think she's probably the one who is in charge of all the women. He's in charge of all the men because he says that all of the newcomers are his responsibility. And then maybe this is agriculture because look, she has like stuff on her belt. But then so does he. So they don't have anything. She has something though. What is this? Children in the commune. 1 1-year-old, 3 3-year-olds, 2 5-year-olds, 6 older than 9 years. So she's the what is it? Guardian of children. I think we're probably gonna have to figure out like who is. Oh, there we go. So we're probably going to put the names to it. So I think Veerless. Let's actually pop that in right now. Let's order these. Veerless is the guardian of the males. I'm glad that Sutul agreed with me. No good ever comes from pointless tinkering. Is this Sutul? I agree with Lavu and vote against as well. We have enough disruption. Wait. I will stop my experiments with the yams, but I still believe I could get something tasty and new in a couple of generations. So he's the one in charge of agriculture. What is this? Oh, the initials of everyone. I like these bowls. Look at the bowls. I like this. He's like, yeah! And he's like, no. Never. So KS, KZ, VM, SV, LM. Oh, so they needed a tiebreaker. So we know that Veerless is one of them. And his last name starts with an M. Mata, Mongo? We need a little bit more information. I'm still kind of in the exploratory phase right now, but there's just a lot. 18 males, 25 females, 12 children. Okay. That's not a big community. Well, for the intentions of a game, that's plenty. That's plenty, but I think for like if you have like a civilization, you know, it needs to be like a lot more people, doesn't it? Or else eventually you're gonna get to a generation where everyone's just like inbreeding, you know. Oh, she has something on her foot. I think it's like maybe a scar, or maybe it's just the art style, but it looks like she might have a scar on her foot. Is there anything I missed here? Looks like, oh no, there's something here. Oh no, they're just going back here. Okay. Have I missed anything here? I don't think so. Oh, I missed something. Ooh, what's this? Oh no, that's just the arrow going back. I didn't get something here. Crypt 2 lifespan. I think I missed something here too. Momgo reduce. Okay, so that's all just like the same scene. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, okay. Ooh, what's going on here? Whoa, what's happening? Nag-ana bringad bol bazur. Ah. Oh, did this guy just die? Oh, it is a GIF. Okay. There's like a little point back here. What is this huge like thing in the back? It's like those like water bird things that drink the water, you know? What's here? Oh! Oh, it's the golden idol! The golden idol. We're back. Oh, and it just... Do we remember our glyphs? I think I still have my notes. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I took my notes, right? What is this? So it's currently on decrease, matter. Oh, what was that one again? I think that's the one to like make people age, right? Is that the one to make people age? Oh no, I've forgotten. It's already been so long. Oh, that's it. That's oh no. There's still more. There's still more. The person is not breathing. Nagana Brin Gao Bol Bazur. Okay. So maybe this looks like some kind of ritual. I think they were aged by this person. Cause like it's blue and now it's back to red. So that means like probably increase matter age, as in they like prematurely aged this person. I think we saw this at the very end of the like base game, right? That was like the punishment for people. It's like if you go against the dear leader, he will age you. So let's see what we have to figure out. We have to do some names. I think off the top of my head, I already know the people from the last DLC. We have Zubiri, Kera. Here, Kera. We have Jayanji. And then this one, Tissa Gamini. He's the last of the Gamini tribe. Or the family, basically. And then we have the 4 leaders. So let's see if we can figure out the 4 leaders. Actually, let's go back to the first portion. Because this is the first that we see of like some of the leaders. She's the guardian of children. He's the guardian of men. They don't say any names. I thought she was gonna like say the name like, oh come on, Veerless something something. We gotta share, you know? Okay, let's see what names are mentioned again. Sometimes I think that Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. They really shouldn't drag you into every small decision. They should be trying to reduce your stress. Oh, he was the one that, that was the tiebreaker. It was a short vote. Sometimes they bicker, but only because they have the best interests at heart. What does this one say? Be respectful. In time you will learn our ways. Can you stop pushing the empty cart around and do some real work? Zarno will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties and you will not get supper. Maybe Zarno is this guy? Let's experiment. Oh, this is not alphabetical. There we go. Zarno. Any other names mentioned? So she says, I think Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. Maybe they're using last names? And maybe like the council refers to each other with first names because they're closer? I don't know. Because I'm trying to figure out how we're going to find out their like last names. And we do have an ad break coming up. Our first one of the day. So I'm going to need some time to digest all of this new information and see what we can figure out. Oh, Vito. So let me just go ahead and put you guys over in the cub corner. You guys can jam out to Bruno Mars. And then I'm gonna keep digesting all this information. Alright, so I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back and we're listening to 24 Magic. 24K Magic. Which is one of my favorite albums, by the way. I haven't listened, admittedly, I haven't listened a lot to Unorthodox Jukebox, but man, 24K Magic. Just peak 20. Oh my god, 2016? This album was 10 years ago? This was like the highlight of like grad school for me. Okay, not the highlight, but it's very 2016. It's very like I'm instantly brought back to grad school. 24 magic in the air. Okay, so I did kind of fiddle around in during the ad break, but mostly to just see where I can get the most information about the council, and it seems like it makes the most sense that it would be here in the council room where I would find the most information about them. So I was just clicking around, and it's not quite straightforward, like who's who, until you realize this person here. Like, I'm glad that Sutul agreed with me, and then over here, I agree with Lavu. So if we take the fact that their initials are all here, this person said, "I'm glad that Sutul agreed with me," and we do see one S here. So Sutul, whoever they are, they agreed with whoever this person is, and we think this person is Vilris, so maybe this person's name is L, like starts with an L. Maybe it's Lavu. And then we did also see something outside this person. What is that scrawled on the wall? Yesterday the wall was clear. Once you've lived here long enough, you'll understand. I'm sorry I have to run. Kula gave me a lot of tasks. So Kula, I feel like they could either be either the name of the guardian of women or the guardian of agriculture. Because this is a woman, but they look, you know, feminine. But they are also like working with like agriculture. So, and this is the agricultural person. So let's say, oh, we thought his name was Zarno. Let's try to say Kula. Let's say that his name's Kula. 21 magic in the air. So we know that this is the guardian of men, this is the guardian of women, this is the guardian of children, and this is the guardian of agriculture. We just don't know their names. However, if we pay attention to what this guy says, it says, "Alright, if this is the result of the vote, I will stop my experiments with the yams. But I still believe I could get something tasty and new." So they voted just now on whether or not he should keep experimenting. And I think she said something like, "No good ever comes with pointless tinkering," so she disagrees with him. So that means that this bowl is for people that sided with her, and this bowl is for people that sided with him. At least that's what I'm thinking, right? And also, if we assume his name is Kula, then both of the K names are here anyway. So, that means someone in here also sided with him, because they needed a tiebreaker, right? So let's see, Kula, and then their last name is either S or Z. So we have Sutul and Zarno. Or no, it's not Zubidi. Zarno or Sutul. I just forgot where we saw those names, so we're gonna have to find that out. And then the people that disagreed are this person. Sutul. I'm glad Sutul agreed with me. No good ever comes from tinkering. Sutul. Maybe Sutul Vito? I agree with Lavu and vote against as well. There we go. So I think this person's name is Lavu then. Lavu. And then Lavu's initials are M. Do we have an M name? There's Mata and Mongo. And then what does this one say? Stop complaining, Virlis. We did think that this guy's name was Virlis. Been searching everywhere and now. Oh, you know what? We can have both of these here. Chunky. Looking for them girl with the big old hoops. Lavu is the guardian of children. We just don't know her her last name. Join the tiebreaker vote. I feel like that's Sutul. I think that's the old person that joined them. Guardian of Agriculture. His name is Kula, I want to say. And then the guardian of females is this person. So we just don't know their name yet. But I think she's the one that probably agreed to... No, wait. We have Sutul, who is the visitor. Or who I'm thinking is like the old man who joined in the vote. We have Lavu. And then we have Virlis. So that means she's the person that agreed with what's his face? Kula? Her name is also K. Maybe Kruplu? It's not Kara because that's the last name of Zubiri. So let's just put her name down as Kruplu. Let's see if we can find out where we originally got these names too. I'm trying to recruit. Zarno will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties. You will not get supper. We don't know who Zarno is, huh? I did as Virlis asked and brought the repair materials to Vito's dwelling. Vito's dwelling. He brought something to Vito's dwelling. Do we know where that is? No. I think Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. So there's someone named Momgo. Well, that is one of the last names we have. Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. Kula votes against Momgo just to spite him. Oh, maybe Kula is the because the only time we hear Kula's name is here. When it says Kula's gonna gave me a lot of tasks today. I better not. Oh, better not cross her. So this is Kula. This is maybe this is Kruplu. Kula votes against what is it? Momgo just to spite him? Is that what she said? Against Momgo just to spite him. Oh, so she didn't even care about this guy. She just voted against maybe this guy? Maybe Virlis's last name is Momgo? What does this say? It is an M. So let's do Momgo. Let's do Virlis Momgo. That means the other M name. There's another M name here. Here, this one is Lavu. If we're assuming they're not brother and sister, we'll put Mata. And then Kula. And there's Kula and Kruplu. We just don't know like whose is who. We could try to brute force it. There's Zarno and then let's say where was Zarno mentioned? I think it was here. Zarno will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties. And they're doing like agricultural stuff. Let's say that Kruplu's last name is Zarno. And Kula's last name starts with an S. It's either Stirna or Sutul. Where did we see Sutul? Here, Sutul agreed with me. Oh no, we thought that Sutul was the other guy, right? What does he say again? I'm thinking this guy is Sutul, but maybe that's also the last name of this person. I don't know. Let's try some things out. Let's say that her name is Stirna. Oh, okay, we got it. Nice, first try too. So we have Lavu Mata, Virlis Momgo, Tisa, Gamini, Zubiri Kera, Giant G. We knew these three already. Kula, Stirna, and Kruplu Zarno. So let's do that. This is wait. Kula, Stirna. Guardian of Males is Momgo. Agriculture is Kruplu. Zarno, Lavu Mata. And then we don't know Sutul's last name. Maybe Vito? Oh, okay. Where was Vito was the name on here, right? Tomorrow your incantation expires, Vito. Let's go back and see like all the times that their names are mentioned. Mata taught us that children can play with these trinkets. Oh, so they do say that's Mata, Lavu Mata. Zarno will not be happy. He's the one of agriculture. Auntie Lava won't be happy with me. Ah, okay, so this also mentions it. Auntie isn't scary compared to Stirna. Stirna told my mom off yesterday and my mom cried. Oh, that was also another clue that was the Master of Women, right? Or sorry, the Guardian of Women. Okay, so we have that. Order the tiles chronologically. Oh, interesting. Ancestors, brute. So we have to put these in order. I kind of like this. Okay. It's telling a story. We just have to see which makes the most sense, right? And this seems like not completely unrelated, but it seems like we might be able to figure this out just like by itself. Ancestors, brute. Let's say that ancestors is first. Brute discovers. How about ancestors discovers? Protection, dweller. Okay, we're seeing people come out of a mountain. This is a pretty like common origin story across a couple of different cultures of people coming out of like a cave, almost like the earth giving birth to people, right? So maybe ancestors is first. Put a smile on it. I'm also looking at the background, because if you look at the background, this one has mountains, and this is the next one that has mountains, so maybe this is the next one? Because then it gets to a point where there's like, it's all ocean stuff. Maybe ancestors isn't the first. Okay, I'm just gonna try stuff out here. Because I feel like all this stuff is gonna be next with like the mountains in the background. Dweller. Community. Oh, look, we're seeing a figure with like a blue like helmet, and this is like, this seems to be the first time that like, you know, this happens. Because it's okay. Let's see what we have here. So we have people coming out of a cave. This might be like an origin story. Then we have like people. We still have the cave here, but then we're seeing people like, you know, hunting and gathering, or at least in this case, they're gathering. In this picture, we're seeing, it's titled Brute. So, we're seeing people in a boat. Same over here as well. Over here too. And then there's an island with like what looks like a warrior, an angry warrior with people firing arrows at them. Here we have the blue helmet person saying something to this like red pole. We see that same red pole here. Over here we see two houses in the back, and then we have, hey Zaku, coming out of my cave, and I'm doing just bare gotta be quick because I want us to meet. You're on so early? I'm always on Saturday mornings. This is my usual Saturday morning time. I wasn't on last week because I was still recovering, but otherwise, it's a Saturday morning stream. But hello, we're playing Golden Idol. Case of the Golden Idol. This is the last DLC. I don't think we're gonna get through all 3 cases today, if I'm gonna be honest, because even just one case is like so full of like details. So we're trying to figure out, or we're trying to put all these cards in order right now. Calling a bear, and I'm taking a fish. So this person is putting on a blue helmet. This might be the first time we see blue helmet person, so I might want to group all these together. We're also seeing this red pole, so maybe that should all be like grouped together as well. So let's do this. Let's see. Community, this person. There's a monster here. We see that same monster over here. It looks like they have like eye beams that like kill people. So maybe this monster attacks? Yeah, because look at this. This monster is attacking people, and then that same thing's happening over here in the background. But then this person sees like a blue like helmet, and then maybe they put on the blue helmet, and then it's the start of like defending themselves from the monster. Let's see. Tower Sentinel. So they're coming out of their cave. They're hunting and gathering, or they're gathering. A monster comes out. This person's like, no, we have to protect ourselves. Becomes the blue helmet protector. The beams don't work on him. The monster disappears. Wait, I feel like this might be in a different order. Maybe this? from. Oh, maybe this is first. And then tower, and then sentinel, and then discovers. I wonder if it's supposed to make a sentence. Ancestors, dweller, from tower, sentinel, discovers community, emerges, protection, brute, Lemurian, banishes. Ancestors dwell. Okay, so then this monster comes out of the red pole, terrorizes the community. Someone finds the blue helmet, they put it on, they get protection. And then protection here. Oh, what if this is before even that? Oh, let's move everything down. Take from your head. Move it all down. There you go. Emerges. Emerges from tower. Okay, we're making a sentence. Turn down the lights. Thank you, Zako. Let's see. It's starting to make... This part is not making sense. So, emerges from tower. There's a tower. Something comes out of... The monster comes out of it. Terrorizes the village. Blue helmet becomes a protection. He hides in the tower. I had to tell a silly lady. And then I feel like these three are all together. What if like, Because a part of me is like, what if Ancestors isn't even the first? What if like all this is like establishing the ancestors? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Brute Lemurian banishes. Oh, This is implying that like these folks get banished from where they live. Cause look at the mountains here. Maybe they're banished from their homeland? Interesting. Ancestors. Dweller emerges from tower. Sentinel discovers community protection. Brute. Brute banishes Lemurian? Wait, there's a boat here. There's a boat here. Maybe this is actually the start. So the Lemurians, maybe they live somewhere else. They were banished from their homeland. Maybe by the Brute. Then they found new land, and then those ancestors are the ones who like started the whole like gathering thing. Because we do see the structure. We see the structure once we like go forward. We see it here. It's the same pole, right? Let's move everything down. Let's see what happens. Banishes Lemurian. And then ancestors. Dweller. Get down from me. Emerges from tower. Sentinel. Discovers. Oh, we figured it out. I was just like arranging it and we figured it out. Okay, so Brute banishes Lemurian ancestors. Dweller emerges from tower. Sentinel discovers community protection. It does make sentences. There we go. There we go. So Brute banishes Lemurian. So yeah, they were banished from their original homeland. They find the island. They're not going away from this island. They're going to this island. And then the Lemurians become the ancestors. And then they start living their new life. They find this structure, which we do see nowadays. A monster comes out. But then the Sentinel uses, I guess, some kind of incantation to protect from it. Interesting, interesting. Cool, cool. So all that's left to fill out now is... We filled all this out, so now we just have to fill in the scroll. And we're done with our first case of the DLC. Maybe it starts with the invasion, they sacked the tower, then moved to the cave. Yeah, so that did turn out to be the case. That did turn out to be the case. But it's also, try not to backseat. I know, I kind of figured it out on my own before I even read the comment, but I want to figure it out first, and then if I need help, I'll let you guys know. So this person went to... Oh, we have some keywords here. Went to here and spoke the blank, maybe incantation, because according to local tradition, whenever blank endangers the blank goes and blanks the blank to the blank until the next time. After the blank was spoken, I'm thinking incantation. Let's do incantation here. Was spoken, the person was activated to verb this, and then person died. Interesting. Reduce, increase. I think this is referring to this one, the golden idol. So reduce lifespan. Because we know the golden idol can I think it's lifespan. The golden idol can like make people younger, but it can also make people older. Because we did see that at the end of the base game, right? So how about this? After the incantation was spoken, we don't know who was activated to increase. Oh no. Reduce lifespan, and person died. Oh, you know what? Golden idol. The golden idol was activated to reduce lifespan. We just don't know who this is. So person went to here and spoke the incantation because according to local tradition, whenever the blank emerges, endangers the... Oh, you know what? Dweller emerges from tower? I guess dweller? Whenever the dweller endangers the community, the blank goes and there was mention of an incantation. There was mention of an oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's here where it says Vito, your incantation expires. Tomorrow your incantation expires, Vito. Vito had an incantation. This is him, right? Or oh no, yeah, Sutul Vito. Sutul Vito was the one who joined the when was Vito's name said again? Sutul Virlis Lavu here to Vito's dwelling. Let's say Sutul Vito went to the tower and spoke the incantation because according to local tradition, whenever the... I don't know if this is dweller. Whenever the blank endangers the community, the blank goes and blank the blank to the blank until the next time. Whenever the blank endangers the community. How about the sentinel goes and... Because this has like a mix of verbs too, so it's like goes and let's see. How about banishes the dweller to the tower until next time. Sutul Vito went to the tower and spoke the incantation because according to local tradition, whenever the blank endangers the community, the sentinel goes and banishes the dweller to the tower until the next time. Because this implies that... Okay, so tomorrow your incantation expires. So that implies that Vito has done this incantation before? I guess I'm confused on, like, what is the danger? Is it the fact that there's newcomers? Right? Devin, hello. You're alive. I am. I'm about, what is this, like, this is day 9 after surgery? So I would say I'm recovering pretty nicely. I went outside for the first time in like a week yesterday, and it did hurt a little bit, but I was able to touch grass. Incredible, right? What a concept. Surgery? Yeah! I don't know if you knew, but I had a gallbladder surgery about 9 days ago. Like, yeah. I had gallbladder surgery, so I've been recovering this past week. But each and every day I'm able to eat more food, and that makes me happy. Cause it seems like Vito. I'm suspecting that Vito is the one that died. Because it seems like he's the one that does the incantation. Maybe he's like, because he's old, maybe he's like a priest of sorts. Not gonna lie, I was sitting the other day and I was like, huh, I haven't seen Babinka in a minute. And then I remember you were having surgery. Yeah. I forgot because someone else was checking up on me from locals and I forgot to DM them. So I should, I actually haven't been DMing a lot of people. I actually have to catch up after this. But I also want to go to the bookstore, so. But glad to know that people are thinking and thonking on me. But yeah, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I still can't, like, lift things until, like, I think the doctor said 8 weeks. Or I guess at this point, like, 7 weeks from now. And he was like, oh, don't lift anything heavier than 10 pounds. And I'm like, that's no problem. And then I found out yesterday that my cats are heavier than 10 pounds. So I can't carry them like my little darling baby boys. I'm gonna go with this theory that, like, Sutul is the one that died. No sense. Here tripping and finesse. Cause this says that, like, your incantation expires Vito. Let's see. Ruh-roh, Raggy. They're like, where's Babinka? And you reply with, sorry, was in surgery. Yeah. Oh man, the day of the surgery, I would not have been able to to respond at all. I was zonked. Blame it on the confidence, I'll blame it on your judgments. Alright, let's see if we got this right on the first try, because we're thinking that Vito went to the tower, spoke the incantation because according to local tradition, whenever the blank endangers the community, the sentinel goes and banishes the dweller to the tower until the next time. After the incantation was spoken, the golden idol was activated to reduce the lifespan, and Sutul Vito died. At least you had a great legal high. It was not a great high, like, at all. I talked about it at length yesterday, but that was, like, a nightmare. Like, not the surgery, but, like, coming out of the anesthesia was, like, an experience. That was, like, a bad trip. Got it going on. Don't it feel so good to be us? From the tower. Maybe the brute? Ah, we got something wrong. Okay, Sutul Vito went to the tower and spoke the incantation because according to local tradition, whenever the brute endangers the community, Sentinel goes and banishes the dweller to the tower until the next time. Brute, dweller, tower, community protection. Let's do the Lemurian? No. The dweller? Oh, okay, the dweller, okay. Anesthesiologist said no whimsy. Yeah, and I've had other medical procedures before that were just fine. This was the first time where I, like, was freaking out, man. Okay, let's see what we have here. Sutul Vito was the designated sentinel for the Monkey Paw Island community. When the time came, in accordance with local tradition, he took up his armor and set forth to the tower. There he met his demise when the golden idol was used on him to reduce his lifespan. Ah, okay. Because what's interesting, return to the scenario selection. If we go back... Oh, you got your sticker. You can get your stickers. What's interesting, if we go here... So the Lemurians, they got to the island after getting banished. They dwelled there until this, like, beast came out of the tower. But then the sentinel was the one who protects the community. I wonder if he's only so old, not because he naturally aged, but because this ritual, this practice has been going on where he's just been constantly, like, aged. I say we still sacrifice Kosel Chenkotel? I'm not sure I know who that is or what that is. Let's see. Okay, so there is a ritual. I don't know why he did it though. I think I'm still confused as to like why he did the ritual. Whenever the dweller endangers the community. Glad to see you're feeling good and in good health. See you at pre-release today. I'm not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there. I wanted to, but for one, I'm still recovering. But for two, I also got other plans for today. But have fun. Pre-release is always a fun time, a fun romp. And I'm really interested to see how the meta goes with Time Stranger. Let's see. Is it because of the visitors? Is it because the new crowd is here and that's why they did the ritual, or is it just like a daily thing, you think? Oh, well, I guess we'll find out. I bet him that he wouldn't stand on top of this pyramid for 15 seconds like I know being in the Sun God's army is an honor, but I prefer pottery. Alright, let's go to the next stage. And depending on how much time it takes to solve this one, we might call it after this one. We might not actually finish this one, but we might have one more stream where we finish this case. She did nothing wrong ever. Suto lived like a sentinel and died like a true sentinel. And now I must ask, who is ready to take his place? This is my chance. I must. As the only royal present, it is clear that I should take the title of Sentinel. Wait, but like if you're Sentinel, doesn't that mean you get like consistently like de-aged all the time? Or not de-aged, like you get like prematurely aged, right? The Lemurian vampire strikes. We sacrifice. I'm gonna look this up. I'm not sure what this name is that you keep on saying. Oh, I'm not getting any results. Who or what is Quetzalcoatl? It looks like it would be Aztec, right? Like it reminds me of like Quetzalcoatl. But I don't know. Let me know, because I've never heard that term before. The one that you put in the chat. Alright, let's take away all of these points. What's going on here? There seems to be a lot going on. Ooh! A human skeleton, and it has a crown. An overturned pot of honey. Overturned jug of fruit juice. We have the council here, and then we also have Zabidi, right? This is impossible. The prince bolted the door from the inside after his last gift arrived, and Jayan and I stood guard the whole night in shifts. Can we click on any of these names? A stone spear. Aztec sacrifice joke. The thing is, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I'm not too keen on Aztec sacrifice jokes, just because like a lot of my research and work is in like Mesoamerica, and there is like unfortunately like a big stigma on like, you know, sacrifice, and like there's just like an over, I guess, emphasis on like sacrifice in Aztec, like when people talk about like Aztec culture and stuff, and even though like it was a big part of their culture, it wasn't the only part of their culture. So I'd say like from now on, if you could kind of like ease up on those kinds of jokes, because it's not for me personally. And I just am kind of tired of them. And I don't know if I would consider this Aztec. Like, if we go back, I feel like this would be more... The houses remind me more of like Bahay Kubos. Like, this feels a little bit more... I think it's supposed to be, what's it called? Kind of ambiguous, because I think it is just like a made-up culture, but it seems like they took more inspiration from like, I would say like South Asia, Polynesia, because even the names are a bit, you know, the names are a bit ambiguous, right? Kula, maybe like Mesoamerica was also part of it, because they have like these stone structures too, right? But I don't know, like I thought of like Bahay Kubo when I first saw this. Yeah, thanks for understanding, Zako. But yeah, I was even these like baskets, right? They it's like almost like I want to say like Polynesia, South Asia, like Sri Lanka almost, maybe Southeast Asia. If it were like more so Mesoamerica, I feel like we'd see bigger structures, temples, and then the clothing too. Like the clothing I feel like would be a little bit more ornate, or like the like Aztec clothing is a little bit more it's I don't know, like more drapery, I want to say. But yeah, I do like on the plus side, I do love sorry, let me read the text real quick. Yeah, if you guys are ever curious about like Aztec, Maya, or even like West Mexican like stuff, I don't know too much. Well, actually, I am trying to like find out more about like religious, you know, like stories and stuff like that. I'm always down to yap about that. There is someone who's a little like they're way more well versed in that. Cosmic Chaya. She's actually like an Aztec deity VTuber. She's really cool. But I'm trying to think. But yeah, I do love yapping about what what little I know about Maya Aztec stuff. Okay, let's see what else we have here. A mouse or a rat. A rat is breathing and appears to be deeply asleep. Ooh, someone got knocked out. So it looks like someone got they got aged up so much that they just died and decayed. And Zubidi is saying that like the prince bolted the door from the inside, and then Jayan and I stood guard the whole night in shifts. So no one could have come in. First, just minutes ago, we knocked on the door and there was no response. Second, we came worried, and so Zubidi and I forced it open. Third, the room was empty, but for the sentinel skeleton. Finally, then you started arriving. A wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. He also has a cube. We have been punished by the Tower Dweller. This is its revenge. It has turned to our new sentinel to bones and escaped by power of flight. Club. Okay, who's this? As I ran here, I did not notice it fly away while you were forcing down the door. Could it still be here, or is it long gone? A part of a wooden cube? Poor boy, does it indeed seem that the Dweller does not look kindly on those who wish to confront it. Now we need another sentinel. Oh, looks like the prince is dead. So I think this is the prince. And it looks like the golden idol was probably used on him to the point where he's just bones now. Have I missed something? I was doing my morning meditation when I heard the noise. That's kind of suspicious. He has a necklace, a few colorful beads, wooden cube, and a stone knife. Okay, there's stuff here. We don't know what they are. Fish! Look at the faces. On a lighter note, the pre-release of the new Gundam decks are out, and I might run a Federation deck because Davao is the base in the game, so now I can run a Philippines deck. That's awesome. About to build a Jollibee deck? Yeah, do it. Do it. Big clay jugs filled with some liquid. Jars of honey. Fish. Fried fish. There's a fish bone. A half-eaten fish. Honey. So something, the fruit juice, the honey, and the fish might have all played a part here, right? Did I miss anything here? What did I miss? Oh, punish Tower Dweller. The large door that's been forced open. And the prince was just chilling here. The window is a simple opening in the wall. Oh, and then we have more time spans here. Okay. Self-Buddhist mummification. That would be... I have, like, heard of that and seen, like, videos on that before. It's very, like, morbid, but I think it's just so interesting. It's, like, morbidly curious, right? Or being morbidly curious about that, right? Because, yeah, it's, like, live mummification in a way. So it's very morbid, but it's also very interesting. Okay. I might keep the little hints on. Fish! These look like the same fish that are fried and made into a meal, so maybe there's something in the water. Hey sister, look what I caught. The snapperfish hit a shiny in its mouth. We have a new play stone. Did you have good sleep? I left before you woke up to get the best fishing spot. A golden ring set with a diamond, stone knife, a dead snapperfish. I am well, brother. I hope Tisa learned his lesson and both will leave me alone now. Interesting. Tisa's dead. I hope you know that. Wendigoon's got a great vid on it. Recommend it. Ooh, might check that out. I haven't watched the Wendigoon video in a minute. So we explored these two. What about here? Ooh, we've seen these symbols before in the base game. But let's see what we got here. Burial urns. Oh, interesting. Maybe these are all the past sentinels. Are you not afraid? Look at the dweller all the... Are you not afraid looking at the dweller all the time? What if he looks right back and steals your flesh? Do you think these ancient sentinel bones will protect us? Everyone has these cubes. Tower Dweller cannot act from so far away. I have been staring at it all night and nothing has happened. We need to only beware if the Tower Dweller moves. Then we should run to the village and warn the sentinel. Okay. Seen everything here so far. And then here. Oh, here's the Tower Dweller. Oh, the Tower Dweller then is not a monster. It's just a guy with the idol. Oh, and what if they're very long-lived because they can use the idol to de-age themselves? Interesting. And we have the golden idol. Ooh, and then we know these symbols. It's using the, like, aging thing. I wonder if... Interesting. Because I was thinking that, like, the prince died from being, like, aged up. You know, he died from, like, being, like, rapidly aged. But how would that be possible if the golden idol is here? Unless maybe, like, it's reflected in the water? Like, they use the beam, right? They use the, like, the golden idol beam. It reflects in the water. And then, like, hits through the window? Maybe? Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's, Oh. So we start here. Oh no, we start here? No, we start here. We start at the end of the event. So let's go back to the beginning. Or we could do this instead. Right before. And here's the prince, okay. This life is more worthy of a prince, and now I have some sweet honey to enjoy with my sweet juice, and tonight I will meet with you at last, my golden-haired beauty. Ooh, interesting. Golden ring set with a diamond, a part of a wooden cube. Wooden cube. Alright, he's got the honey here. The liquid, the fruit juice. Doors closed with a heavy latch. Simple opening. Okay, this is the same thing that we saw when we were first on the island. Dig the crown, right? Yeah, look at that. The way that he moves too is kind of funny. I feel like it's like live 2D rigged, right? Like a VTuber. Like a what? Oh, and this is them standing guard. Okay. There's something strange going on here, but I'm sure these extra guarding duties are an overreaction. Nevertheless, we will have to go along with it. Tomorrow we will march to the tower and the dweller will scare your village no more. She was wise to send you to report this. Find a partner, get 2 spears, and stand guard near the tower. If the dweller or someone in league with it can enter our village, we must be aware. I like that these guys have been like, they're like established in the village. They're calling it our village now. They live here now. Mega Bronson, hello. Hello again. Overreaction, a man is dead. No, so this is before. This is like... The shtick for this is that like, it's you can see different time periods. Well, not time periods, but like, it's almost like a before, during, and after. So we entered the scene here when the guy's already dead. But then if we go here, it's a little bit before that happened, and then this is way before all of that happened. So him saying it's an overreaction is before he realized that the guy he's guarding is dead. Or before the guy even died, right? So... Yeah, time sleuthery, exactly. It happened last night. I was walking with Kula when suddenly we saw someone run down the stairs from the platform that leads to the tower. I cannot see who that was, but they were carrying a sack with something. He said golden-haired beauty. Tonight I will meet with you at last, my golden-haired beauty. She has golden hair. Oh no, different people have golden hair. So this person has gold hair. And so does this person. Tell mom, let's see if this is the start. Sahilia, I'm glad you have finally agreed to cooperate. I understand that you want to be concealed. Don't worry, I have done as you instructed. The Ian family will not be tarnished. So maybe this is Sahilia? Good. Then tell Momgo to come to my hut for your eggs. The basket will wait for him there. Do note that I will do this once tonight and never again. Interesting. And then the incantation here. Dare not try, Sentinel. I will peel your flesh until only bones are left. Oh, you know what? It seems like this message is from the Dweller. So this thing just like fills with words whenever the Dweller wants to like you know, talk some ish, right? Okay, what about here? The fish. More fish. Alright. That traitor Tisa, he and Kula have been thick as thieves in all of the last votes. Just this and then one more basket of gifts to deliver to the Sentinel and I'm done. I hope that little gnat enjoys what I give him. Hehe. Interesting. I think we have a possible culprit here. Gifts to deliver for each guardian. Juice, honey, fish, lots of eggs. Yes, first he asked us to bring him all the shiny playstones of the children. That was weird. Now he is demanding fruit juice from me. He's a difficult sentinel to please. Ah, so Tisa is getting a little power hungry. And that's leading to people being disgruntled with him and possibly Moira. Clue's been added to the thinking panel. Red gourd, very bitter, cures stomach ache. Spotted gourd seeds are good for insomnia or if someone needs to be sedated. Interesting. Yellow short gourd, flesh tastes bad, but seeds work well as a sweet spice for drinks. Oh, and these are the fruits. Okay. Local fish of the village lake. Red snapper, vicious flesh eater, will tear everything apart in minutes. Tasty. Green snapper, harmless, but tastes like dung. Oh, red snapper can essentially strip people down to the bone. So maybe Tisa wasn't, he wasn't, his age wasn't accelerated. Maybe he was torn apart by fish. But then we need the evidence. If he was torn apart by fish, where did the fish go? Were they tossed out into the lake after? Because his window does overlook the lake. Spotted gourd seeds are good for insomnia. Spotted gourd, red gourd, yellow short gourd. So it looks like it's this one. We're looking for seeds that look like this. They look like, if you guys have ever played Jax before, like the old school game, Jax. Wait, how do I leave the, oh here. So maybe the prince was fed spotted gourd seeds? Let's take a look actually. Do we have any evidence of like the seeds here? We do have the fish. Oh, look at that. We do have the seeds. We have the seeds. Jak and Daxter do be a classic. No. What is it just called Jax? That like old game where like you just have a bunch of like I don't know how else to like describe it. Wait, Jax game? Knucklebones? Google Jax or Knucklebones. It's that. You have to like throw a ball in the air and then you have to like try to catch as many of these little like objects. That's what that reminds me of. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. So he was sedated with the honey. He was sedated with the honey that had the little like jack seeds in them. And then maybe he was eaten by the fish, but the question is like how? Because he would have had to have been like submerged, right? Oh, and this is the guy that wanted to kill him too, or that wanted to do something about him. But he's out here saying like, oh, we've been punished by the Tower Dweller. Yeah, because you know what? If he was de-aged, I don't think he would just be bones. I think he would just be like a corpse, right? Like he would still have flesh on him. So let's go back to the time period where we were here. What's going on here? Okay, we have honey. Because these guys were gonna gift some stuff to him. What does it say again? He's trying to give him here juice, honey, fish, and eggs. Let's see what's going on here. Always follow your motto. Do not try. Ooh, interesting. So we have some. What is this, like a tablet? This technology in the 1700s. So whatever gets written down here gets shown on the wall. Massive, seemingly immovable stone door. Oh, and there's like a code here. And what's here? Burial urns. There's a code to figure out. Ooh, I like that. I love figuring out codes. So this is still blue. I think here it was also blue, right? Yeah. So he hasn't used his de-aging thing. Still blue? Oh, it's red. So between now and then like later on in the day, he used his what is this? I think increase. I think he increased someone's age or decreased. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Let me get my notes. I think he let's see, decrease. He de-aged someone. It might have been himself. Cause like I'm starting to have this theory that like maybe this guy's been dwelling in the tower forever because he has the power to de-age himself. Because this is the only time it's red. Burial urns. Oh, and then all the folks are here. They're just chilling here. Mottos of the Guardians. Protect. Guardian of males, protect the weak. Guardian of females, we listen, we plan, we organize. Guardian of agriculture, the diligent shall have full bellies. Guardian of children, always preserve the ancient practice. Year 324. 17 minutes. Oh, how long has passed since the first one? That was year 324? What was the first one? Oh, it's still 324. So not even a year has passed. Too long we have lived in fear of our lives. I am the new sentinel, and I say that the next time I am summoned to deal with the tower dweller, I will not just banish it, but crush it once and for all. I am fluent in the secret language of Old Lemurian. The nature of the so-called dweller is clear to me. I'll provide the noble Tisa with the right incantations to deal with it. February 5th. This is day 26 on the island. The council does not take me seriously. I cannot just go and bring down that thing in the tower. I need the community's support before I make changes here. It is day 27. Success Tisa was very receptive to the idea of us destroying the dweller. His motivation may not be as noble as mine, but I must seize any opportunity. Let us hope we manage to convince the council tomorrow. Okay. I think he knows about the golden idol. Right? Because he's like well versed in like the traditions of like Lemurian. So I think he knows that it is it's the golden idol. It's just like a guy with the idol and not the dweller, not some kind of like beast. So let's see what the council says. Are you sure you can pull this off? If you're sure, let us try it. This is a terrible idea. Violence is never the answer. No wonder Virlis is so keen on it. But we must forget this plan and return to our usual duties. You gave me your word. I have your promise cube half. I upheld my end of the bargain and voted against Momgo in the last 3 meetings. I want her. Interesting. Part of a wooden cube? Oh, is it? I think he has the other half of the cube, but I don't know what these cubes are yet. I mean, we gotta figure out what the cubes are. Violence is never the answer. No wonder Virlis is so keen on it. What is this? You gave me your word. I have your promise cube half. Oh, we have an ad break coming up. I upheld my end of the bargain and voted against Momgo in the last 3 meetings. This is Momgo, right? I have a bad feeling about this. What if it puts everyone in the village in danger, including the children? My heart says that we should preserve our ancient practice. It has never let us down. And then what does he have to say? And then we'll go into ad break. Enough of this. We must strike and bring down that monster at last. Let's go to war with it. Ah, I think we have all our clues now. I think. We still have to check out a couple other parts. Like here and here. We got the fish. Then do not do it, beautiful Sahilia. Follow your heart. No one can make you do something that goes against your nature. You don't know how horrible it is when all the women in the village hate you. Kula invents new lies about me every day, but I have found someone who has agreed to help me out and solve the problem once and for all. Ah, so with that, let's go to the ad break. Let's digest all of that, and we'll come back and put it all together. All right? All right, I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. Okay, we're back. That was a fast 3 minutes. I was trying to just digest everything that we have so far in this case. And it seems like if we can at least, like, put an order of things, and then we'll try to figure out what we can from the thinking panel. So we started off with finding out that the prince, what's his face, Tisa, is dead. And he's so dead that he doesn't even have his flesh left. He was essentially like eaten alive. Presumably by fish, but if we go back all the way to the beginning, we have Zubiri, who kind of wants to figure out what's going on with like the person in the tower. I think he knows that it's just a guy with the golden idol that's just been like aging and de-aging people. And he wants to kind of like expose kind of like the what's it called? Like the superstition that this is some kind of monster when it's really just a guy. So he enlisted the help of Tisa, who offered himself to be the new sentinel. So now they're trying to see if they can convince the whole council of like, yeah, we just gotta like do away with this monster that's been plaguing us, right? However, there's also a bit of a side plot with this gold-haired girl, Sahilia. Because what does she say? You do not know how horrible it is when all the women in the village hate you. Kula invents new lies about me every day and I cannot take it anymore. Kula is the guardian of women, I want to say, right? But I have found someone who has agreed to help me out and solve this problem once and for all. That might be the prince, Tisa. Then do not do it, beautiful Sahilia. Follow your heart. No one can make you do something that goes against your nature. Dang, so someone is... Akula is slandering her. Interesting. I'm trying to remember who... I think Kula is the guardian of women, right? I did take some notes. Kula is... Yeah, Kula Stirna is the guardian of women. It's basically her. Violence is never the answer. No wonder Virlis is so keen on it. We must forget this plan and return to our usual duties. And then she has this on her. Kula has, you gave me your word. I have your promise cube half. I upheld my end of the bargain and voted against Momgo in the last 3 meetings. And Momgo is Virlis. So these two hate each other, I'm pretty sure. Because they're the guardian of man and women, respectively. Or we know for sure she doesn't like him. We don't know if he also doesn't like her. And it looks like she was... I upheld my end of the bargain. I voted against Momgo in the last 3 meetings. I want her. I think this is from Tisa. Because we find out in, like, the next scene that he is in love with, like... I guess he's in love with Sahilia, the golden-haired girl. I wonder if Sahilia is related... Because they both have this blonde hair, right? And because she's the guardian of women, maybe she's the one that like says like, oh yeah, you can you know, she's making up lies about her. So I'm wondering if it's this whole thing of like she's trying to make it so that Sahilia can only be with Tisa, right? And that way she gets her way with like all the votes, right? Let's see what else. Okay, this is what we have to figure out. We have the scroll. In chronological order, which guardian planned to send which gift? Oh, interesting. So each guardian sent a gift to someone. Or to Tisa. Someone put blank in the blank that was brought to blank. Weeks before the murder, blank became indebted to blank. Hours before the murder, blank became indebted to blank. The night immediately before the murder, someone managed to verb the blank of and blank. Show known information. Oh, cool. This is nice. Showing what we already know. Lankan Prince, Lemurian Priest Son, Blade Master, Guardian of Males, Guardian of Females, Guardian of Children, Guardian of Agriculture. Very nice. So which of the guardians plan to send which gift? So let's fill this in first. We got Virlis, Momgo, we got Kula, Stirna, we got Lavu, Mata, and Kruplu, Zarno. I think we might be able to figure this out from here. Here. First he asked him to bring all the shiny playstones of children. That was weird. Now he is demanding fruit juice from me. He's a difficult sentinel to please. So Kruplu was supposed to deliver fruit juice. Here, juice. And then fish is from Momgo. Yeah, he's getting fish. Yeah. Fish is from Momgo. So what was already delivered is this. Juice and honey. Juice and honey's already been delivered. Interesting. Because what ended up putting him to sleep was the honey. Right? Wait, actually, let's look back. Because we know that he drank something that was essentially a sedative. It's the honey. The honey had seeds in it. So whoever gave him the honey, I think they wanted him out like a light. Maybe Kula? Because maybe she didn't want to give Sahilia over to the prince, to Prince Tisa. Let's say honey from Kula, and then let's say... wait, what are the other gifts again? Who prepped the honey? Yeah, so we're finding out who prepped the honey. And juice. Oh, and eggs. Let's say that Lavu gave the eggs. Wait, do we have eggs? Wait, someone did mention eggs earlier. I would like that heaven. I'm glad you finally agreed to cooperate. I understand that you want to be concealed. Don't worry. I have done as instructed. The Ian family will not be tarnished. Ooh, you know what? This makes me think that she did want him out like a light, maybe even murdered. Who mentions the eggs again? I think someone... I think it's here? Oh, wrong thing. Was it here? Here. Wait. The snapperfish hid a shiny in its mouth. I have a new playstone. What if this was the fish that was used to murder this guy? Because he has a ring. Wait, does he have a ring in the... I keep on pressing the wrong thing. Is he wearing... Yeah, he has a ring. It's Tisa's ring that's in the snapperfish. So he was sedated by the seeds of the gourd, and then he was, I think, eaten alive, right? He was eaten alive by the fish. And then someone tossed the fish out. Let's put eggs here. Oh, so you know what? Let's do Lavu Mata? I think Kula did deliver the honey. Kruplu Zarno planned to deliver the juice. Realist Mongol planned to deliver the fish. Oh, chronological order. Okay. I think this is the right material, but it's not the right order. So let's go back here. What was delivered first? Juice, honey. So juice, honey, fish, and eggs. Juice, honey, fish, and eggs. So let's do... Kruplu was first. Juice, honey, fish, and eggs. Juice, honey, fish, eggs, right? Fish, eggs. Lots of eggs. Oh no, we already see what was delivered here. So we got juice and honey. Juice, honey. Fish and eggs. It's still wrong. Maybe this is flipped? Kula planned to deliver the honey. Kruplu delivered the juice. Virlis Momgo delivered the fish. And Lavumata planned to deliver the eggs. We heard about eggs. Who said? Here. Tell Mongo to come my hut for your eggs. Tell Mongo the basket will wait for him there. So by this point, the eggs have not been delivered yet. For your eggs. Oh, she was supposed to deliver the eggs. It's someone else. So Kula was supposed to deliver the eggs, and they haven't been delivered yet. So I think Kruplu Zarno first. Juice. The honey was also delivered already. So let's do Lavu Mata honey. Okay, it says 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay. So Kruplu Zarno plan to deliver the juice. Lavu Mata plan to deliver the honey. And then maybe this is reversed? Nah, it was right like this before. Momgo plan to deliver the fish. Well, he's getting the fish. Unless he and Kula have been thick and thieves in the last votes. Just this and then 1 more basket of gifts to deliver to the Sentinel and I'm done. I hope that little gnat enjoys what I give him. Wait, let's go back. Let's go back to here again. What does she say? Tell Momgo to come by my hut for your eggs. The basket will wait for him there. Do note that I will do this once tonight and never again. The juice and honey are already delivered. Unless this is flipped. No. Is this flipped? No. Kruplu Zarno plan to deliver the juice, so that is true. Lavu Mata plan to deliver the honey. Unless it's... For your eggs. So Kula is the one that delivers the eggs. Or Kula is planning to deliver the eggs. Virlis is literally fishing, right? In chronological order, which guardian planned to send which gift? Kula Sterna planned to deliver the eggs. Do I have their names right? Virlis Mongo, Kula Stirna, Lavu Mata, and Kruplu Zarno. What's this? The fish. He has to bring him all the shiny playstones. He is demanding fruit juice from me. He is a difficult sentinel to please. He already has the honey and the juice. I have some sweet honey to enjoy with the sweet. Now I have honey to enjoy with the juice. Yeah, so that is the order. Juice, honey. So it's just the fish and eggs, right? You are my treasure. Let's go back up here. The fish and the eggs. Chronological order, which guardian planned to give which gift? Virlis Mongo planned to deliver the fish. What if it's... What if Virlis did both the eggs and the fish? Nah. Kula Stirna. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. No, like that? Like that? This switch is still... And this is not... Like this? Let's come back to this. Let's come back to this and then we'll see if we can figure out anything else here. So someone put blank in the blank. I feel like this is referring to the sedative. So let's say it's like gourd seeds. Is seeds part of this? No. Someone put... That was brought to the Tower Dweller? No, 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 no. Brought to Tisagamini. Someone put sedative? Is sedative here? Yeah, sedative in the gift. In the honey. In the honey. There we go. Someone put sedative in the honey that was brought to Tisagamini. Weeks before the murder, person became indebted to person. Hours before the murder. Oh. I think this is Tisa Kula Sterna became indebted to the prince. Tisagamini. And then hours before the murder, Sahilia, right? Sahilia Ien became indebted to Kula Sterna. Oh, incorrect. Okay. Reverse? Nah. Nah, it's just one thing is off? Ian Sahilia? No. Sahilia Ian came indebted to Kula Sterna. The night immediately before the murder, someone managed to cure, deliver, hid, left, preserve, punish, return, sedate the blank of blank. Now, actually, after pre-release, rest well, Babinka. Thank you, Devin. Thank you. Good luck at pre-release. I hope you guys have a lot of fun. Let's see how the meta changes with Time Stranger. The night immediately before the murder, someone managed to blank? Cured? If we're looking at the tense, cured would not make sense. It has to be like deliver, hid, left, preserve, punish, or steal. The night immediately before the murder. Let's go back to this one. Oh no, we're already on this one. The night before. I think this is like the afternoon of, right? Happened last night. I was walking with Kula when suddenly we saw someone run down the stairs from the platform that leads to the tower. Couldn't see what that was, but they were carrying a sack with something. A sack? I mean, the only sack that we've seen is the one with the eggs, right? I feel like one thing that I've been overlooking is this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and see how it changes. So let's actually start first with this one. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. And then I took a screenshot of that. Let's go to this one, take a screenshot of that. And then let's see if there's any like big differences. I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. The big obvious like change here is like these people, but let's see if there's anything like with the symbols that changes. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. One, two, okay, let me count the jars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So all three slots, you can't see what I'm doing right now because I'm doing it on my like personal Discord. But all of them have 14. Does the order or symbols change at all? That I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have brought home my hours. I'm not seeing too much difference from any of the three scenes, but maybe I'm just not eagle-eyed enough. Are you not afraid looking at the Dweller all the time? What if it looks right back and steals your flesh? Do you think these ancient sentinel bones will protect us? Tower Dweller cannot attack from so far away. I've been staring at it all night and nothing happened. We only need to beware if the Tower Dweller moves, then we should run to the villager and warn the sentinel. Immediately before the murder. I think this person was trying to say something... because they said last night. It happened last night. I was walking with Kula when suddenly we saw someone run down the stairs from the platform that leads to the tower. I could not see who that was, but they were carrying a sack with something. She was wise to send you to report this. Find a partner, get 2 spears, and stand guard near the tower. If the Dweller or someone in league with it can enter our village, we must be aware. There's something strange going on, but I'm sure these extra guarding duties are an overreaction, and nevertheless, we will have to go along with it. Tomorrow we march to the tower and the Dweller will scare our village no more. So someone the night before... let's say steal? Returns to date, deliver, cure, hid, left. Hid the ancient idol, basket, bones, door, eggs, flesh, gift, golden idol, juice, lake, practice, sentinel, window. I'm kind of at a loss on this one. Let's go back to this, and then maybe we'll also look at this, and if this can like tell us any more hints. Which guardian plan to send which gift? So Kruplu Zarno plan to deliver the juice. We already established that. Lavu Mata plan to deliver the honey, which I'm pretty sure she did. Because here he's saying like, oh, finally I have some honey. But then that's interesting that Mata is the one, because have we seen much of Mata? Mata looks like this. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of her. She's not here. Not here. Not here. Now we're not seeing a lot of Mata anywhere, actually. That's very interesting. Is she anywhere here? She's here. Here's Mata. I have a bad feeling about this. What if it puts everyone in the village in danger, including the children? My heart says we should preserve our ancient practice. It has never let us down. Necklace made of a few colorful beads. Oh, you know what? These are promise cubes, right? So we have to find other people that have them, right? What does she say here? I was doing my morning meditation when I heard the noise. Oh yeah, we thought that this was suspicious, right? Oh look, she has another promise cube. That's interesting. Who else has another promise cube? We should be on the lookout for other people with the cube. Oh! I hope Tisa learned his lesson and both will leave me alone now. Interesting. Is this the same cube? Is this the other half? It is! Wait, why was she indebted to Lavumata? Is it because Lavumata is the one who... maybe Lavumata is also helping Sahilia? Robbie, oh my gosh, yes, 2 years! Thank you so much for subscribing for 2 years. Thank you so much. It's good to have you. We did... Okay, this part is filled out correctly. So weeks before the murder, Kula Sterna became indebted to Tisa. Hours before the murder, Sahilia became indebted to Lavu. And Lavu is the one that delivered the honey. So, I think she's also kind of in cahoots with this whole... I think all the Guardians in some way wanted to do away with Tisa. And it said that she was doing her morning meditation. So she was missing for all of that. She could be the Dweller. She could be the Tower Dweller. Managed to steal the blank of a blank. So Kruplu Zarno planned to deliver the juice, Lavumata planned to deliver the honey, Virless Mongo planned to deliver the fish, Kula Sterna planned to deliver the eggs. Maybe it wasn't eggs? Is there other words that I'm missing here? I think it is supposed to be eggs, right? I'm just gonna play around with the order and see if anything sticks. Because I doubt that this is the order, but... Virless Mongo? Okay. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Kruplu delivered the juice, Lavu gave the honey, so by this point he's already getting sedated. Virless Mongo planned to deliver the fish. This is incorrect, but... I feel like the order is right, but maybe the substances aren't? And then changing these two doesn't change anything. As I ran here, I did not notice it fly away. It could be forcing... Wait, something flew away. It has turned our new sentinel to bones and escaped by power of flight. As I ran here, I did not notice it fly away while you were forcing down the door. Could it still be here, or is it long gone? Poor boy, does indeed seem that the dweller does not look kindly on those who wish to confront it. Now we need another sentinel. We knocked on the door and then there was no response. Second, we came worried, so Zubi and I forced it open. Second, the room was empty but for the sentinel's skeleton. Finally, then you started arriving. The prince bolted the door from the inside after his last gift arrived, and Giant and I stood guard for the whole night in shifts. He ate the fish. Overturned pot of honey. I think fish might have been the last thing. Because it wouldn't make sense if, like, you know, if this was here, they would have, I don't know. I feel like fish is the last thing that got delivered. I'm like starting to think that maybe Virless delivered both? Nah. Did she actually deliver eggs? Now that I think about it? Because we don't even see eggs. It doesn't even say eggs. It just says like a sack. So maybe this is the thing that's incorrect. So Virless Mongo planned to deliver... Afraid ancient basket bones? Oh, bones? Nah. Door, eggs, fish, flesh, gift. Gift? Golden idol, juice, lake, practice, sentinel, window. Because we just see a sack here. And then who's supposed to give it? Oh no, Virless was supposed to give the fish. And we do know that fish was delivered. So Kula was gonna give fish, but I don't think she did. Because we don't usually, like, when you click on everything else, it says a few fried fish. A big clay jug with liquid. Jars of honey. And we see a sack, but we don't actually, like... Nothing actually happens when you click on it. So, maybe this isn't even eggs. Because, like, I just assumed from here... Lots of eggs, right? That's what was supposed to be delivered. And then over here it says, tell Mongo to come to my hut for your eggs. The basket will wait for him there. Do you note that I will do this once tonight and never again? I've done as you instructed. So maybe eggs were never even delivered? Basket bones, eggs, fish, flesh? Flesh, maybe? No. It's still eggs? No? Oh, now it's incorrect. If we do eggs, then it's 2 or fewer slots. What if they both gave fish? Eggs? Bones? Frayed basket? It doesn't just say sack. Oh man, this one I'm still confused. I'm still confused. If it comes to it, I might just ask for a hint. But let's see about this one. The night immediately before the murder, someone managed to blank, punish. Okay, there's something about the bones. Burial urns. This one is at an angle. Wait. Oh, interesting. I'm looking at my screenshots of this one, and this one was tampered with. Because all of the lids are straight, except for this one. It was straight all the way back in the first scene. So I feel like bones might be part of the equation here. Ancient bones? Money, money. Basket, door, flesh, practice. Steal? Ooh, the night immediately before the murder, someone managed to steal the basket of... Oh, it's not an ancient bones, of an... Sentinel bones? The bones of an ancient sentinel? Ooh, okay. Wait, okay. What if someone stole bones? And what do we see here? Not here. Here is bone. What if this isn't Tisa? Tisa isn't even dead. Someone just replaced the like where Tisa was with like ancient bones. And Tisa like maybe escaped? There is a ship here. I just noticed that. If you look here, nothing. There's a ship. And it's a European looking ship. Interesting. Someone managed to steal the bones of an ancient sentinel. So what if... Is this bones? No. Virless Mongol plan to deliver fish. Kula Sterna plan to deliver... I think it's supposed to be eggs, but something's wrong here. Alright, let's see what we can figure out from here. So person wanted to verb the blank, so accessed someone's lodge using and killed... okay, let's try to put some names in here. Blank wanted to cure, deliver the, let's say eggs. Deliver, hid, cure, return, sedated, punish. Punish? The sentinel? Maybe the golden idol? I'm just trying things out at this point. And so access the sentinel? Oh no, I thought sentinel would be... Here, sentinel? Lodge using a blank and killed... Let's say Tisa. Killed Tisa Gamini. Maybe Tisa is dead, but he wasn't reduced to bones. Lodge using a... Oh, window? Who had been sedated. with honey. Put honey here. Eggs. Was sedated with honey. I can't pull honey again. Oh, here, honey. Afterwards, the murderer blank hid in maybe a basket. The next morning, the villagers found the skeleton of the dead sentinel. Oh, a dead ancient sentinel. And became really afraid of the tower dweller. Okay. The only thing we have left is this part here. Because now we have built a bit of a story. So someone wanted to... I don't know if golden idol is the word. Maybe punish? Oh, preserve? Wait, is tradition part of it? Because now we're building a picture that maybe it was her. Because she's all like, oh, we need to preserve our traditions. So maybe Lavu wanted to preserve the ancient traditions and access the lodge using a window and kill Tisa with sedated honey. Afterwards, the murderer hid in a basket. Wait, hid in a basket. The next morning, the villagers found the skeleton of the dead sentinel and became really afraid of the tower dweller. Hid in a basket, or maybe something else? Preserve the ancient practice? Let's say Lavu Mata. Lavu Mata wanted to preserve the ancient practice and so access the Sentinel's lodge using a window and kill Tisagamini, who has been sedated with honey. Afterwards, the murderer hid in a basket? This one I'm not sure of. The next morning, the villagers found the skeleton of the dead ancient sentinel and became really afraid of the tower dweller. I feel like I'm so close. I feel like I'm so close, but there's still some, like, very obvious blank spots, right? So Kruplu gave the juice, Lavumata planned to deliver the honey, Virlis Mongo planned to deliver the fish, Kulusterna planned to deliver the eggs. Come on, we're so close to this one. Plan to deliver the basket, the door, the eggs, the fish, the flesh, the gift, the golden idol, the juice, the lake, the practice, the window. Okay, let's do one more look through. One more look through, and if we can't get anything, we're gonna look at a hint. So here's the tower dweller. They de-aged themselves, or they de-aged someone, right? And here, all of the jars are straight. Nothing's been tampered with. And then here, everyone is present. We must strike and bring down the monster at last. Let's go to war with it. I have a bad feeling about this. What if it puts everyone in the village in danger, including the children? My heart says we should preserve our ancient practice. It has never let us down. It is a terrible idea. Violence is never the answer. No wonder Vilrus is so keen on it, but we must forget this plan and return to our usual duties. Are you sure you can pull this off? If you are, let us try it. I'm fluent in the secret language. The dweller is clear to me. I'll provide the noble Tisa with the right incantations to deal with it. Too long have we lived in fear of our lives. I am a new sentinel. Okay. They have each other's promise cubes. And then what's going on here? Sihelia, follow your heart. No one can make you do something that goes against your nature. Kula invents a new lies about me every day and I cannot take it anymore, but I found someone who has agreed to help out and solve this problem once and for all. I think she's talking about Lavu. And let's go back here. The de-aging has been used. The bones have been tampered with. Always follow your motto. Ah, we have the different symbols here. Dare not try, Sentinel. I will peel flesh until only bones are left. At this point, he already has juice and he has honey. And he's drinking them both. I'll meet with you at last, my golden-haired beauty. Door is closed with a heavy latch. So the last two gifts haven't been delivered yet. And by this point, we also can't find Lavu. So Lavu is already, like, hidden somewhere, I want to say. Cool and I, when we suddenly saw someone run down the stairs from the platform that leads to the tower. The honey chair. Ooh, I wonder if that's where someone's hiding. And then here, Trader Tisa, he and Cool have been thick as thieves. Just this and one more basket of gifts to deliver to the Sentinel, and I'm done. He asked me to bring all the shiny playstones. And then the last part. Sentinel is there. Or not Sentinel, the Dweller is there. This has already been tampered with. They're talking about looking at the Dweller. This is the murder site. Look what I caught, a snapperfish. Did you have good sleep? I left before you woke up to get the best fishing spot. Tissa learned his lesson. Both will leave me alone now. So Krupp Lizarno planned to deliver juice. Lavumata planned to... Oh! This is not just a yellow thing. It's also a brown thing. That can be a person. Lavu? Ah, dang. Coolness Sterno planned to deliver. Realith Mongo planned to deliver the fish. What if it's this? To deliver eggs. I feel like I'm on a roll here. Coolest Sterno planned to deliver eggs. Realist Mongo planned to deliver Lavu. Because he's strong enough to lift a person, right? What if it's this? Realist delivered Momgo. Coolest Sterno planned to deliver eggs. I feel like we're so close. I'm just trying to figure out. So Kruplu delivered the juice. Lavu delivered the honey. Or by the time... Maybe not eggs, but fish? Kula Sterna planned to deliver the fish. The fish was delivered. But I think it was the last thing to get delivered. Ooh, this one is... okay, okay. Realist planned to deliver Lavu. Coolest Sterna planned to deliver the eggs? No, no. The eggs were never delivered. What am I thinking? Okay. Because we do know that juice was delivered. Honey was delivered. Something else was delivered. And fish was delivered. So those are the things. Someone else was also in there. And I think it's Lavu. The question is this the order, you know? And let's try to figure this part out. To preserve the ancient practice and access... Where's the murder hid in a basket? Not a window. Using a basket? Oh! Here we are! Okay, we did it. We didn't figure out this part, but I think we can. We can. Beeplebees, hello! You are in fact first. Hello, hello. We just figured out the second case. I don't think we're gonna go with the third case because I am getting pretty tired. But let's see the answer, and let's see if we can figure out this part too. Lavu Mata promised Sahilia that she would hide in the basket to speak to the prince at night and convince him to leave Sahilia alone. Instead, Lavu killed the sedated prince and threw his body in the lake for the fish to eat. Then she placed the stolen skeleton in his bed and hid in the basket again. Once the body was found and more incredulous villagers arrived on the scene, she climbed out and joined everyone. Ah, interesting. Lavu Mata promised Sahilia that she would hide in the basket and speak to the prince at night and convince him to speak to Sahilia alone. Instead, she killed him. Wait, I still want to figure out the like, this part. So, Kruplu Zarno planned to deliver juice. Lavu Mata planned to deliver honey. Realist Mongol planned to deliver Lavu. Maybe she just delivered herself, right? And this is eggs. Kruplu Zarno planned to deliver the juice. Lavu Mata planned to deliver honey. Maybe this is Lavu Mata delivered Lavu Mata. Lavu Mata, and then this is Fearless Momgo. No? Dang. That would have been funny if it was like Lavu Mata not only delivered the honey, but also herself. Alright, let's just reset this whole thing. So he delivered the juice. The juice. And then we know that honey was delivered. We just don't know if it was Lavu that delivered it. Lavu? Or how about this? Lavu Mata delivered honey. Where's the honey? Oh, here, honey. And then fish was also delivered, but it was like one of the last things. So fish was delivered. And the person that was supposed to do that was Fearless. Fearless Momgo. But I don't think the eggs were ever delivered, because we never see them. So I think this last one is Lavu, but who delivered her is the question. Did you remove the art advice channel in the Discord, or am I just blind? I did, just because it didn't seem like it was getting a lot of use. So for now, just use. I also wanted to just remove a lot of like channels that just weren't being used. So you're still free to post things in Creative Cubs. I still have to catch up with a lot of messages though on Creative Cubs, but yeah, it's there if you need some art advice. Thanks for asking. Yeah, we figured out the case itself, but I just want to figure out this panel. Right? Who delivered Lavu, right? Kruplu, Lavu, Kula. Who is on her side? Maybe Sahilia? Sahilia Ian? Nah. Could it be Kula? Sterna? Could be Fearless. Alright, I think I'm just gonna, at this point, should I look at... Well, since I already solved the case, should I even look at a hint, or should I just look it up, right? Case of the Golden Idol. Vampire Lemuria? Lemurian vampire. Wow, this is such a 2016 song. Wait, is it 2016? Wow, Zed. Oh, we're so Egyptian now. Gonna stay the night. Boom, 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 boom. Egypt be upon ye. Egypt is upon me now. Let's fix the there we go. The screen. So You get to see the full Egypt. I still have the Christmas lights up. I forgot about that. Surely I'll take them down after this stream. Maybe. Are you gonna stay the night? Alright, let me see if I can just... At this point, I'm not sure who delivered Lavu. Someone did. Someone did, but who would have been in cahoots with her, though? Okay, I'm gonna try one more time, otherwise I'm just gonna look up the answer. Christmas! Merry Christmas! Where's my cursor? Oh, here. The night, I'm gonna stay the night. Oh, what if it's whoever delivered the honey? Well, no, Lava was the one who delivered the honey. I'll take my Christmas lights down soon. People with year-long lights, it's true. It's true. Sahilia became indebted to Lavu Mata. I feel like then it would make sense for it to be like Sahilia. Plan to deliver the honey. The honey was delivered. Gonna stay the night. You know what? I want to look up one more thing. Let's go here. Let's see what everyone's stone color is. Here we go. This is gonna help us see who voted what and who's like, I don't know, who you know, sides with who. Stay the night. And take a screenshot of that. And then let's go back here. Stay the night. Because I want to see how people voted here. Oh, we can't do that here. Here. Okay, so we're seeing KS. That is... KS is Kula. Kula Stirna voted with the Sentinel. And then there's a white stone too. It's S. Who is S? Oh, the white stone is a Sentinel. So KZ is Kruplu. Kruplu's Arno. So Kruplu and Kula are they voted together. And then Virlis and Lavu voted together. So what if it was Virlis? Virlis delivered Matu and the fish. Ah, no, it's still wrong. Kulisterna? What if she delivered the eggs? Ah, still. Dang. Because fish was delivered. That's the part that's like I'm confused by. Is it this? No. At this point, just make it a permanent part of the background. It's always Christmas, even when it's Egyptian. Alright, let's try an in-game hint. Have you made a typo? Have you considered all the evidence? Access hints. Earn a hint. Oh, we're going back to the base game for this. Okay. Violin. Oh no, I forgot their names. This is a Qatar. This is a Noif. This is, I forgot their names. I forgot all their names. A pipe, a fan. This is Alistair. I kind of remember Alistair. This is Nicholas Mocker. Let's say this is Mary. Proud Beast. John Oscar David. John Oscar David? John and David. Okay. Means of access the body of the victim on the gifts, on the motivation. Take note, my friend, 2 of them have already been brought to the prince. Comments on their order of arrival. One is being prepared now, and one will also be last to arrive. One gift has been tampered with and will potentially contain something completely else. No eggs for the poor prince. Yeah, so that one we already know. One gift has been tampered with, and one will potentially contain something completely else. I'm gonna snooze that ad. One is being prepared now, and one will also be the last. One is being prepared now, and one will also be the last to arrive. One gift has been tampered with. So that means that it's Lavu's the last thing to arrive. So Veerless Momgo is delivering both the fish and Lavu? Unless Lavu's delivering just herself. Or it's Kula. Stirna. So Veerless plans to deliver the fish. Kula, and one is being prepared. Yeah, one is being prepared and then one is tampered with. So no eggs. So this is already delivered. Veerless Mongo plan to deliver the fish. Kula Stirna plan to deliver Lavu. Plan to deliver the fish, which he did. So then the last thing is just Lavu herself, but who delivered it? I feel like it would be Veerless, right? Is it Croup Blue? Like, I doubt it would be, but at this point I'm just trying things. Did she deliver herself? Was it Veerless? Was it Kula? This one is like the closest, right? What if this is switched? Nope. I don't know. I'm just gonna look it up at this point. I'm just gonna look it up. I'm just so confused. There's no way I would have been able to figure this out. I just looked up the answer. I just looked it up right now. It wasn't Lavu. It wasn't Lavu at all, but it was a person. It was her. It was Celia. That doesn't make sense because the whole thing is that Lavu was delivered. Wait. What was the answer again? Lavu promised Sahilia that she would hide in the basket to speak to the prince at night. Instead, Lavu killed the sedated prince and threw his body. Lavu killed the— it's Lavu that killed him, so wouldn't that mean that it's like Lavu that's stuck in the basket? So what do you mean Sahilia is the one that was in the basket? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What the heck? What the hoo-ha? Maybe the more I digest it, the more I'll understand it, but I think that's pretty much what we're gonna call it. But let's look at this last cutscene. Your actions endangered our commune, Zubiri. I'm sorry, but we have to isolate you. Oh no. He's getting isolated. Okay. So with that, we still have to do the last case. We'll probably do it sometime next week. I guess they plan part what they mean, but yeah, that's weird. Right? Right? That one, I feel like that was a little bit off. Just so slightly. But it was still fun. We still have one more case to do, but we'll do it sometime next week. Maybe I'll mix it in with a Zatsu or something like that. I guess the plan part what they mean, but yeah, that's weird. Yeah, like planned. I know I read your comment twice, but Yeah, maybe that was the plan and that's not what they ended up doing, right? But alright, let's go ahead and mosh, and then we're gonna go ahead and raid out to someone, and then I'm gonna see you guys next week, alright? Actually, we might skip the mosh if that's okay with you guys, because I'm kind of tired. I want to get some lunch. I'll get some lunch, so we might just go ahead and raid out at this point if you guys are okay with that. Let's see who we got. Who are we raiding into? We got quite a few people that are streaming right now. Let's see, we got Teal Emil, we got Cosmic Chaya. Let's see. George! It's been a while since we raided into George. Let's raid into George. And we could be like, good morning, George. Alright, guys. I'm gonna see you guys next week. Alright? Alright, thanks for joining in. I hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. And as always, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Bye-bye. We raid.